Just a few days left in UFC 322 and fans can't wait to witness the highly anticipated Islam vs JDM clash. Both fighters are ready for the fight, and the MMA pros have also shared their final predictions for this matchup. Former middleweight champ Dricus du Plessis hopes Jack Della Maddalena succeeds, but finds it hard to bet against Islam Makhachev. He notes the level of opponents each has faced, highlighting Islam's victories over elite fighters as proof of his pound-for-pound status. Du Plessis points out Islam's size, strength, and careful preparation for the weight jump, making him tough to beat, despite wishing Jack could take the belt.
If you look at his opponents versus Makhachev's opponents, Makhachev has beaten the who's who. He is where he is, and he was pound for pound for very long. Pound for pound king for a very good reason. People think Jack Della's going to be bigger. I don't think so. I've now lately seen, and that's why they did such a long camp, to pick up that weight correctly. And he looks big, and he looks thick, and he looks strong. I mean, no doubt, he's a hard worker. But this one, I think, with Jack Della, I love his style, I love him, I like his personality. I would love for him to win that belt, but unfortunately, I cannot go against Makhachev in this one. I think he is just so good. I think he's so good, and I don't think he's gonna give up anything going up a weight. I think he's gonna be great at that weight, to be honest.
Make history.
Absolutely.
Dustin Poirier also shares his thoughts on this matchup and expects Islam Makhachev to earn a decision victory over Jack Della Maddalena. He acknowledges that Jack has the kind of power and timing to surprise Islam with a big strike, but feels a decision or submission win for Jack would be a major shock.
I would think Islam by decision, but if Jack does win, I'm not going to be totally blown away if he lands a shot that hurts Islam or a knee or something. Obviously, if he beats Islam by decision or submits Islam, then I'm going to be blown away. But I got to go with Islam by decision. That's if I was betting on it, that's what I would bet on.
Dustin Poirier believes the outcome between Islam Makhachev and JDM depends more on execution than size. He feels Islam already carries a good size for his division and expects the real difference to come from who manages the takedowns and defense more effectively.
Islam isn't a small guy. He is big. I'm not sure how big Jack is. I've never seen him in person, but I don't think Islam's going to be undersized when they face off. I don't think it's going to be about the size. To me, it's going to come down to the execution. If Islam can secure the takedowns, Jack's takedown defense, his get-ups, I think that's going to be the story of the fight. I don't think size is going to be the story of this fight.
Meanwhile, Khabib Nurmagomedov shares the deep connection he has with Islam Makhachev, describing it as more than just a training partnership. He explains they've known each other for 25 years, went to school together, and share the same coach, forming a true brotherhood. Khabib feels more joy in seeing his close friends succeed than in his own achievements and hopes for them to claim every single world title, not just one.
What does Islam mean to you?
Brother, not only in US, nobody have this kind of connections. And when people think about our connections, they don't understand one thing: we are not sparring partners. A lot of people think we are sparring partners. We just met in gym, go home. It's like happened in AK, like when he was training. So many guys we know, like 5, 6, 7 years, but we meet them only in gym. But our relationship is much different and completely different. We have brotherhood. We know each other 25 years. We was growing each other. We was going to school together. We have same coach, and we have so many history behind. And people don't understand. Like, I am happy with my guys, my brothers, when they win more than when I win. Like, same thing for me.
On the other hand, Kamaru Usman views the matchup between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena as evenly balanced. He thinks Islam has the right skill set to expose areas where Jack has struggled before, pointing to Makhachev's sharp striking and strong grappling as major advantages.
Do you have a feeling about how this one will go?
No, I think this is one of those where I'm kind of 50-50, but if someone can really neutralize and really exploit some of the weaknesses that JDM has shown in the past, I think it's someone like Islam. Islam is very, very talented with his striking. Islam's got great grappling. And JDM is he's growing each and every time, each and every day. So this one is really one of those fights that I consider a toss-up.
Kamaru Usman rejects the idea that Islam Makhachev's only path to victory depends on takedowns. He points out how dangerous Islam has become on the feet, referencing his clean right hand against Charles Oliveira and his striking success against Volkanovski as proof of his versatility.
A lot of people are saying that, it's about if Islam can get JDM down, and if he can't get him down and the fight is on the feet and it's standing, it's in JDM's court, right? I just got to get your opinion.
I don't think so.
Do you think people are missing something here?
Yeah, I don't think so. You can't say that because Islam is very, very great at striking as well. Islam's very talented as well. You saw the setup with Volkanovski. Goes to the body, kick, then takes it to the head and puts him away. So you can't say that. Islam loves to strike, and he's damn good at it. You saw him with the right hook or left hook. He put Charles Oliveira down, jumped onto the arm triangle, and finished him. So yeah, we can't say that. I think both guys are extremely talented. Obviously, Islam does have the advantage with the grappling. So we'll see how it plays out.
Meanwhile, Michael Bisping describes the fight between Islam Makhachev and JDM as a textbook striker versus grappler matchup. He praises Jack's crisp boxing, smooth combinations, and strong takedown defense showed against Belal Muhammad. Bisping points out that Islam's striking is developed, but his core advantage lies in wrestling and submissions. He views the bout as a tactical clash, with Jack's precision facing Islam's relentless ground game, creating an intriguing and competitive fight.
Oh, you could argue it's a striker versus a grappler, or more importantly, a wrestler versus a boxer. That's essentially, if you break it down to its bare minimum, that's kind of what we have here. Della Maddalena's got some of the cleanest, purest boxing in the UFC. We've seen that throughout his entire UFC run, most notably against Belal Muhammad. He was able to use the footwork, the combinations were fantastic, and then you add in the takedown defense, it was a really tough night for Belal Muhammad. On the flip side, we've got Islam Makhachev. Yes, of course, the striking is always improving because he's just that guy. We're always working, we're always improving. Whatever our weaknesses are, we're trying to bring them up to our other skills level. So the striking is improving, and he certainly had moments when he went out against Dustin Poirier, one of the best strikers that we had in the lightweight division. But at his core, at his heart, he wants nothing more than to get hold of you, take you down, and choke you out. So it is kind of a striker versus a grappler, a boxer versus a wrestler. All in all, though, it is a tremendous matchup.
Corey Sandhagen also shares his thoughts on the fight between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev. He questions how Jack's wrestling will fare against Islam, saying it as potentially the toughest test of Islam's career. Sandhagen highlights the added challenge of the weight jump and admires Islam's skill and dominance, expecting a hard-fought and competitive bout. Corey Sandhagen said that's going to be a good fight. I don't know, we'll see how good JDM's wrestling is. That might be Islam's toughest fight. Volk is of course really good, but moving up a weight class, it's a tough fight. It's going to be really tough waters for Islam. I'm really excited to see that because Islam has been so dominant and so awesome. Michael Venom Page also finds this matchup intriguing, even though it delays progress in his own division. He views Jack as one of the most overlooked fighters despite his accomplishments, describing him as difficult to control on the ground due to his constant movement. Page feels Islam might secure takedowns, but doubts Jack will stay down for long. He believes Jack's main risk lies in making a mistake while standing up and getting trapped in one of Islam's signature submissions. Overall, he sees Jack as the superior striker with strong defensive skills against grappling.
Jack Della versus Islam is obviously an interesting one. It's annoying for me because it holds up the division that I'm in, but it's still an exciting fight. I actually feel like Jack Della is very underrated, even though he's a champion now, and the people that he fought to kind of get here. He's very underrated, underestimated always. He's a person that is hard to keep on the floor because he's the scramble king. Even if Islam is able to take him down, I don't think he's going to stay down at all. The only way I think Jack can get caught is if he tries to get up incorrectly and gets caught in one of his famous chokes that he has. But other than that, I feel Jack's the better striker as well, and he's just better at nullifying people with submissions or takedowns.
Sean Brady initially favored Islam Makhachev, but now believes Jack Della Maddalena will score a knockout. He expects Jack to get taken down, but thinks his ability to scramble and stand back up could create the openings he needs to finish the fight. Brady looks forward to watching the matchup and mentions that if he defeats Michael Page, he's open to either getting a title shot or fighting once more before earning it. He remains confident that continued wins will eventually secure him the opportunity he's after.
And then obviously, main event of your card, Islam, JDM for your division's title. Who takes it?
I was leaning Islam at first, but I do think JDM's going to get it done. I think he creates enough scrambles. He's going to get taken down, but I think he's going to be able to get back to his feet and potentially knock out Islam. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to watching.
Since you think JDM wins, do you think if you beat Michael, you are next for JDM in the title?
When I do beat Michael, if I get the title shot next, I'm cool with it. If I have to fight again, I'm cool with that too. After beating Leon Edwards in the O2 Arena, I didn't get a title shot, so I'm not sure what's going to get it for me, but I'm just going to keep winning fights, and eventually they're going to have to give it to me. Thank you guys for the support. Sean Brady MMA, let's go.
On the other hand, George Masvidal believes Jack Della Maddalena would rise to pound-for-pound #1 if he defeats Islam Makhachev. He points out that Islam cuts a lot of weight to make 155 and could perform even better at welterweight. Masvidal views Jack as a unique talent and expects Islam to face serious difficulty in this matchup, even though he slightly favors the champion.
I've seen Islam, bro. He's a big guy. He's sucking out a lot of weight to get to 55. I think he might start doing better at 70. Problem is though, Jack is special. I've said this already. Jack is special. We're gonna see just how special he is if he beats Islam Jack, #1 pound for. Wow, that's impressive. You know, I don't know. It's a good fight, man. I think I'm leaning towards Islam, brother.
Oh, really?
You know, but I really think it's going to be a tough fight for him, but a great fight, man.
Dan Hooker also believes the matchup between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is intriguing from a stylistic perspective. He notes that the fight was actively pursued, suggesting both camps see potential. While he thinks Islam has a chance, Hooker feels the bout slightly favors Jack, especially considering his size and overall presence in the fight.
Pretty confident stylistically with that Jack Della fight they're kind of gone out of their way to chase that fight down. So they obviously see something. I feel like it'll be close, but yeah, that's a big step up. Jack Della's a pretty big boy.
Yes. Do you think Islam can get past him?
He's obviously got I feel like he's got a chance, but I feel like that fight leans towards Jack Della.
Randy Brown sees Jack Della Maddalena as a serious contender against Islam Makhachev at UFC 322. He points to Jack's striking power, constant movement, and ability to scramble as key factors. Brown believes that if Islam struggles to maintain control on the ground and Jack returns to his feet, Jack could emerge with the win. Randy Brown said, "I think Jack hurt him to the body, and I think Jack is a good puncher, good scrambler, and just his endurance. His ability to not stop moving throughout the fight and continue to move forward. I think that if Islam can't completely close him down and lock him down, his grappling, if Jack is allowed to stand back up and stop takedowns, I think he stops him." Meanwhile, Jack Hermanson finds predicting the fight between Islam Makhachev and JDM challenging. He notes Islam's dominance at lightweight and even considers him possibly the best pound for pound, but wonders how he will perform in a higher weight class. Hermanson feels that Islam still holds the edge, though he wants to see a few more performances from Jack, who impressed in his fight against Vile, before making a full assessment.
It's so hard because you never know when people are changing weight classes. But in lightweight, you know, Islam looks like unbeatable. It's just like maybe the pound for pound best. It's just so insanely good. But can he do it in a weight class above? I'm not sure. Really hard to predict a fight like that. I think I still have to say Islam.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, we need to see a few more fights with Jack. He looked amazing against Bilal, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's something about Islam is just so good.
Elijah Smith leans toward Islam Makhachev in the matchup, reasoning that Jack Della Maddalena's previous opponents sometimes fought to impress the fans rather than stick to their game plan. He believes Islam's focus on executing a strategy without overthinking, willing to take opponents down repeatedly in a style reminiscent of Khabib. Smith notes that the fight could still be unpredictable since styles play a big role in how it unfolds.
I want to say Islam, and the reason why I say Islam is because I feel like Bilal, he went out there when he fought Jack, and he went out there trying to prove the fans that he can strike, which I think that kind of hurt him. I feel like if Bilal went out there and did what he did to what's his name, Leon Edwards, I think he probably would have had a better chance of getting the win. But it seemed like he just wanted to show people that he had with Canelo hands, which sometimes you don't need to prove. You don't need to prove anybody anything. You're the champion. You don't have to prove anything to somebody who's trying to take your spot. You just got to go out there and fight your game. If they stop it, then we move on to something different. But I think Islam is that type of guy where he's not going to be scared to take you down or shoot repetitively, almost in that Khabib-esque type of feel. But I guess we'll see. You know what they say, styles make fights.
Mackenzie Dern is confident that Islam Makhachev will win against Jack Della Maddalena. She highlights Islam's superior grappling and ability to control the fight on the ground, while recognizing that Jack may benefit from the size difference, moving up a weight class. Despite that, she sees Islam prevailing in the matchup. Mackenzie Dern said, "I think Islam will win. I think, yeah, I'm a grappler, so I'm always like pushing for the grab. I think he'll take him down. I mean, JDM just beat Bilal, but I think Islam will still win. I mean, the thing is, when they go up a division, you know, it makes it a little difficult because you see the size difference, and sometimes that makes a difference. But I think Islam will win." Curtis Blades admits he hasn't watched enough of Jack Della Maddalena's fights to make a full assessment. He leans toward Islam Makhachev, citing Islam's ability to handle tough opponents and his consistent success at a high level.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of JDM. I haven't seen enough of his fights. I've seen his last two, but I haven't seen enough. I'm still going to lean towards Islam just because I've seen him handle all issues, and he's had high levels of success in the past.
Neil Magny views Jack Della Maddalena as a serious threat in his fight against Islam Makhachev. He points out Jack's talent for handling wrestlers, citing his bout with Bilal Muhammad as an example. Magny stresses that Islam's achievements don't mirror Khabib's style, making the matchup unpredictable. He believes Jack has the tools and approach to catch fans off guard and possibly secure a victory.
Like, do you have a good feeling on who you think might win this one?
Yeah, I mean, this is my unbiased opinion. I'm not just saying this because I'm in Australia, but I feel like JDM has a really good chance going into this fight. I mean, he's definitely proven himself being able to shut down the wrestling in his fight against Bilal Muhammad here most recently. And I think he's gonna go out there and really shock a lot of people. I mean, I think a lot of people aren't giving him credit. You're accustomed to seeing guys like Islam win, and you're accustomed to associating his success with Khabib's success. But at the end of the day, those guys are two completely different fighters, and I think JDM definitely has the tools to go out there and shock a lot of people and beat Islam.
Eric McConaughey also finds the matchup intriguing, impressed by Jack Della Maddalena's boxing, takedown defense, and size. He's curious to see how Islam Makhachev will handle a fighter like Jack, noting that Islam's wrestling style makes the fight unique. McConaughey doesn't pick a clear winner, but expects it to be an exciting contest.
That's an interesting one because I like Jack's boxing, dude, and the way he look against Bilal in that takedown defense, and he's a big dude. I just want to see. I want to see how Islam's gonna do against him. But Islam is like, Dagestani and wrestling, man, is going to be different. So I can't really choose that one, but I think it's going to be a good one.
And that wraps up today's breakdown. How do you think this fight will go on? Share your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more great content.